Hi, thanks for visiting ExtremeGuard.com. Today I've got two devices, the Nexus 7 Gen 2 2013 model. I've also got the Nexus 7 Gen 1, this is the 2012 model. Let's do a comparison between these two devices, and then let's also show you the screen protector and the full body protector that's been applied to this Gen 2 Nexus 7. Alright, to kick things off, let's talk about screen resolution. That's probably the number one selling point for tablets for a lot of people. The screen resolution of the Gen 2 Nexus 7 is very, very good. It's 323 pixels per inch. That's full 1080p. Compare that to the 216 pixels per inch, and it's a very sizable difference. That's a huge upgrade from the Nexus 7 Gen 1 to the Nexus 7 Gen 2. So very, very impressive. Now also for the Gen 2 Nexus 7, they've made this a little bit more narrow, and they've made it a little thinner and a little longer. And what this does is it makes it so it fits in your hand even better. Holding this with one hand is even easier now, and then you've got that other hand completely free to use with the touch display. The Nexus 7 Gen 1, it does, when it first came out, it felt amazing in my hand, but now when I compare it to this Gen 2, I can really see that these small changes actually make a big difference. So what I want to do before I keep talking about the stats of these devices is I'm going to power these both up at the exact same time, and you're going to see how quickly this Nexus 7 Gen 2 boots compared to this Nexus 7 Gen 1. And I must say that both of these are running on Android 4.3. They both have a similar number of apps that are installed, and I've tried to set everything up exactly the same. So let's turn both of these on at the exact same time. Okay, I think I got it. Let's hope. Oh, it looks like I missed it on the Gen 2 Nexus 7, but that's okay. We're gonna start this one late, and it's still gonna smoke the Nexus 7 Gen 1. So let's talk about the internals of this device. The Nexus 7 Gen 2, it's got a 1.5 GHz Snapdragon S4 Pro processor with Adreno 320 400 MHz GPU. So this GPU is about 3 times faster than the Nexus 7 1 GPU. The Nexus 7 1 had a 1.3 GHz quad core. The 1.5, for some reason, it's only 0.2 GHz faster, but you can see it just loaded so much faster than this Nexus 7 Gen 1. The Nexus 7 Gen 2 is up and ready to go. The Nexus 7 1, the Nexus 7 Gen 1 is crawling to the home screen, to that unlock screen. Very, very noticeable difference in performance between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2. I'm impressed with this Gen 2. So the Gen 2 also comes with a rear-facing camera that you can see here on the back, and I believe that's a 5 megapixel camera on the back. Nothing to write home about, but still, I think that was a feature that was lacking on the Generation 1 Nexus 7. I think that's a smart addition that was made. Let me go ahead and open this one up too, and you can see that we're still trying to load the app screen on the Nexus 7 Gen 1. The Gen 2, it's there, it's been there. I mean, it really just smoked the Gen 1 as far as performance. And I have to correct myself, the graphics processor is 4 times faster in this one as opposed to this one. Now, both of these are running on Android 4.3, as I said. That's the beauty of any Nexus devices, is they're always going to have the most up-to-date version of Android running on them. So even when the Nexus 7 Gen 3 comes out, I mean, this Gen 1 is probably going to have the most up-to-date version of Android. So that's not a huge selling point, but I think the performance increases alone are a very big selling point on this Nexus 7 Gen 2. Another improvement that was made with the Nexus 7 Gen 2 is the speakers that are used, and I can do a brief demonstration of this. Let me get a song playing on each of these devices, and the Gen 1 is still lagging behind greatly. So let's listen to this song by Coldplay, and I'm going to turn the speaker volume all the way up on this, and you get some impressive sound that's coming out of this device. Now let's try and load the same song over here on the Nexus 7 Gen 1 and see how we do. So here's the Gen 1. There's the Gen 2. I'm not sure if you can tell in this video or not, but the audio is much more impressive in the Nexus 7 Gen 2, a huge improvement over the Nexus 7 Gen 1. Now looking at the back, you've got a soft touch finish on the back of the Nexus 7 Gen 2 as opposed to the golf ball like or the grippy surface of the Nexus 7 Gen 1. One thing that they've added with this Nexus 7 Gen 2, or more so that they've added with Android 4.3, is the option to put profiles onto your device very easily. And I wanted to show you that a little bit. So here, when we go to the lock screen, you can see that I've got two profiles set up. I've got the main profile, which requires this pattern to unlock, and then I've got this profile here that's for kids. And you can see that I can switch to that profile, I can open up the device, and then the only apps that you see that are available are apps that I've chosen. These are just a bunch of games that the kids can play with. This way they're not getting into my finance apps, they're not switching around things with my checking account. They can only access the apps that I've given access to through this specific profile. Then to get back into my regular profile, I can just go to that unlock screen, select that main profile, and then unlock the screen, and I'm good to go. I really like that. Another improvement with Android 4.3 that comes on this Gen 2 Nexus 7 is you get the Play Games app, and this just organizes all your game apps into one place. It makes it much easier to find instead of trying to sort through all of your apps through the app button. I mean, this mixes your regular apps with your games. It makes it a little bit harder to try and find your apps if you don't have a convenient button or a folder on your home screen. So I really like that improvement. They also doubled the RAM in the Nexus 7 Gen 2. The Gen 1 had 1 gig of RAM. This now has 2 gigs of RAM. Overall, I very much like the Gen 2 Nexus 7. I love the Gen 1, but I think the improvements that came with the Generation 2 were muchly needed, even if we didn't know that they were needed. So let's move on now, and let's show you the screen protector and the full body protector of this Gen 2 Nexus 7. And so what we've done is we've put a screen protector here on the front. There's a cutout for the camera and the proximity/light sensor on the front, and then you've got some rounded corners here. I'll get you a close-up shot of this cutout for the camera and the light sensor. Then flipping to the back, you've got our full body protector on here. You've got a cutaway for the camera in the top left corner, as well as these buttons. And it looks like there's a little mic hole here, and there's a cutout for those, as well as for the stereo speakers and the headphone jack at the top. And I'll get you a couple still shots of those, and you can check that out. The other cutout here on the back is here at the very bottom. You can see that there's the charging port, as well as a stereo a grill for a stereo speaker here on the back as well, and you've got cutouts in this full body protector. Overall, this full body protector makes the back of the Nexus 7 a little bit more grippy, even though you do have a fairly grippy surface to begin with. What this is going to help you accomplish, though, overall is if you do ever want to resell your device, you can just go ahead and pull this screen protector off, and your device is going to look as new as possible. That's going to go exactly the same for the front. These screen protectors and full body protectors just help protect your screen and your device from scratches, from dings, from dents. Some people will tell you, why do you need to put a screen protector on the Nexus 7 Gen 2? It's got Gorilla Glass. Well, Gorilla Glass can scratch, so it is highly recommended that you put a screen protector on it. Some people don't love screen protectors because they prefer the glass, but they also have to risk getting scratches on their screen. If you have any other questions, go ahead and contact customer service, and thanks for visiting extremeguard.com.